Good morning, track fans! Yeah, we are here finally on another stream. I tell you what, right, this stuff is sent to test me. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for traveling over to bus stop G from bus stop A. What do you know? So, last week, I spent a bit of time getting into explaining how the two different stream options work. The vertical video or the normal video, the vertical video. So I thought, well, this is causing a lot of people a lot of mayhem because basically it's splitting the stream. So you'll get 250 views vertical, 250 views landscape. And I have no idea whether people know if they're actually watching portrait or landscape and getting frustrated. So this week I decided to delete the portrait option. Well, when I come to start streaming 10 minutes ago, the bleeder says you're missing something. The stream's been deleted. I'm like, how can it be deleted when there's loads of people in there chatting? Give me strength. And I didn't seem to think my mum was in the last stream. So I reckon we might have shaken her. Let's have a quick look. That is right. So anyway, how are you all doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. We've got a show coming up today. Let's see. So what do we got? We've got all the usual features. We've got Wheeler Dealer, we've got Track Focus, we've got Classifieds, we've got no, not too much on events because there's not too many events going on, but we'll have a look at that anyway and stuff. And lest I remind you, it's Christmas. Yes. We'll have a little bit of a reindeer gingerbread in the break. Get in there. So who made it over already? Steve, good morning. Keith is up. Good morning, Keith. Blimey, feel blessed. What are you up for? Because I definitely know you don't go to church. Good morning, Fox and Walls. Good morning, Andy. Oh, Andy, top draw. Ruben, top draw. Wins the race. Wins the banger racing. Legend. Love it. Well done. Well done to that kid. Morning, Anders. How you doing? And Daz is in. Daz is up. Daz is on holiday. There we go. And Roger's awake. Good morning, Rog. Good morning, Doug. Everyone's coming in now. This is good. Good morning, Boykinator. How you doing, my friend? Everyone at the new bus stop. Exactly right. You know, well, what can you do? These services are changing to give a better service. Excuse me. And, well, you try to do good for trying, don't you? Morning, Arthur. How you doing? We'll have a full job from you, not half a job. Oh, Albert's got over here. Good morning, Albert. Good morning, Tara. I did not know this is here. No, well, text Nan and tell her too. I have a portrait on iPad and a landscape on TV. Excellent. Right, let's do some housekeeping here. I've just realized that because I set up a new stream, nothing is ready. But just give me 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves, why don't you? A bit of dance music. We'll have some of that. Oh, what happened there? A bit of background. What else am I missing? Oh, banners. Yeah, we'll have a banner. Oh, look at that. Right then. Now we've got everything flying around and rotating around and everything else. Just a reminder to keep the chat clean and respectful as we have children and Pete's mum in the chat. No, I've shook her. She hasn't come back yet. I think I might have shaken her down. She'll work it out in a minute. Albert, tell Nan where we are. Send her a link or a pin or whatever you kids call it. I got a mega show today. Mega show. So many things to see and look at. It is going to be phenomenal, right? And we've got a young track fans competition. So you've got to stay tuned for that. If you're a young track fan, Albert, you're in pole position. Or if you're an adult and think that a young track fan could use this to inspire them, then enter it. But I want to make sure, I want to see evidence and proof that it's gone to a young track fan. There you go. And right. So a couple more piling in. Morning, Brad's. You all right? Learned my lesson on potty mouth months ago. Yeah. Oh, God, Brad, Simbin Brad. Simbin Brad, even. Oh, I love it. Good morning, Bryce. Good morning. Oh, Shell's here. Hello, Shell from Derby. Good morning. I nearly shouted the root. All right, couldn't hold it in. It was out. Are you working today, Shell? Are you out on a stall or a stand somewhere? I tell you what, it's creature comforts in it. Shell, put a link to your Facebook page in the chat here, would you? So that these guys here can see it, and the guys watching back at a later stage across the world can also see where they can get the best dog collars from in the world. I know it's not strictly slot cars, but if the dog's happy, it isn't chewing your slot cars. So there you go. Shell does the best. This lady here does on the screen, does the best ingenious creative collars that you can find this side of the planet for sure, if not the world. So definitely support her. Well done, Shell. And I did see someone else sneaking in here as well. Question. I thought the show was now going to be bi-weekly. Possibly. I mean, it looked like that for a couple of weeks where I was on wedding duties. Then there was the winter slot car market and then all sorts of caper like that. But no, I think until the end of the year, it's got to be weekly. It's got to be weekly. Even though I slept through the alarm this morning, I set the alarm at 10 to 6 to get up for a full day of slot car action. No, not a chance. My body woke me up at 20 to 7, a whole hour-ish. Just under an hour before I meant, it's just deadly. Joe wouldn't, root. There she is. Right, okay, let's clean it up now. Let's clean it up. My mum's in the house. Good morning, Mum. How you doing? We're doing a godly-like show here. Lovely, full of the trimmings, everything. And then halfway through the show, we're all going to put some Morris music on and skip because it's that family-friendly. We ain't. So what happened is Pete on a different feed. Now, I'm very much on this feed, Mum. I'll explain it a bit later. I explain it quickly. A couple of weeks ago, the software gives you option to do vertical or landscape view like this, and no one does vertical, so I cancelled it. But apparently that deleted the whole stream. We'll get there. Dick's in the house. Good morning, Dick. You all right? How you going? Good morning. I tell you what, we've been chopsing around here for a little while. I think maybe it might be advantageous for us to get a little cheeky introduction from someone on the go. So I'm just thinking, who can we call upon? I know. Let's have a... let's have a little go from Racing Replicas. So you've got to have him in your life, haven't you? I get my mug off the screen. Let's go with some of him to start with. Oh, I do like a bit of Pete Shepherd's work, don't you? I tell you, he is killing it at the moment. He's got his, got this one in. Now, we had a look. It was rubbish last week with the webcam. I do apologise for that. But I think I figured out what's causing the lag on the camera. So I had it set to 4K. That's not no good to man nor beast, apparently, when you're trying to put 4K through a little funnel that doesn't do it. So I think that's what's causing the lag. We'll test the theory out next time. And I'll do a couple of cheeky test streams a bit later. What do you mean Wolf is in the house? Wolfie. I think we should get on with the show because we have got so much to check out. But before I do, I did see here. There you go. Creature Collars is your Facebook link. So if you're on Faceache, Creature Collars is the place to go. If you want a present for Christmas that's unique, that no one's got, that's going to get you points, pick your favorite colors of the person you're buying for and get it over there. Creature Comforts on Facebook, first classified of the show. Thank you, Shell, for giving us some easy content. There you go. Right then, so we've got here a nicely dressed car from Boise, believe it or not. So anyone who doesn't know who Boise is, it's Mac, Dustin Slot Car Collector, all over the interweb. Now, this guy's just posted in a few cars that he's going to sell. My word. I've got my eye on a little SCX. Can't figure out what type of rally car it is because my car knowledge is absolutely dire. However, I can confirm that it is a smoking hot car. What's that? Give me this nonsense. When the tech fails in the background. Right. Okay. What feed? Think we'll work it out. Wow. I tell you, changing bus stops, that's caused widespread pandemonium in the slot car community this morning on this show. But that's all right. That's all right. I'll own it. I'll own it. It was my fault. I tried to do a good thing, deleted the whole show. Classic Pete. All right, then, from the top of the show, as we do every week, let's give it up for our youngest track fans ever. They're going to be shaping the hobby. They're going to be the future, the next gen, the new breed, the people that are going places unlike us old fossils. That's right. And if I think I'm a fossil and you're older than me, then please keep it clean. But let me know what you would describe yourself as in the comments, in the chat here. What would you call yourself? A dinosaur, T-Rex, a fossil, an old boy? What would you call yourself? Merlin. Right then. So while you're calling yourselves names, old dinosaur names, I'll read these out. Come on then, let's go. Albert and Wilf in the chat. Well done. Good morning, Albert. Wilf, stay tuned. You're in pole position to win a competition. Okay, Lewis, Eleanor, Liam and Jacob and Benji Edwards, of course. Good morning. You guys rock. Lewis, Rowan, Jack, and Ruben winning races. And I only got the information last night, so I've not been able to include it, but I have it on authority that Ruben won the race on Friday night, the banger racing in Chelmsford. He absolutely went down there, owned the track, smashed it up, and he was pulling a caravan with his car just to, add weight to the situation. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, Owen and Orson. Good morning, Mason and Charlotte. Good morning, Leo up in Nottingham. Good morning, Cam. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, Emily. Good morning, George over in Oxford. Good morning, Olivia. I wonder what Lionel's up to. Anyway, good morning, Jack. Good morning, George. Good morning, Bailey. Logan, Sophia. Good morning, Ray, my youngest nephew and flying legend that he is. I saw him the other day. We did the Christmas present run and he was looking as good as ever. He was smashing up plastic bottles and bashing on pans. Awesome stuff, Ray. Well done. And good morning from the guys in the valleys, Maskin, Archie and Teddy. Well done. Probably freezing over there, isn't it? Freezing. But let's see. Right, okay, let's start then. Let's get straight into it. We've got our competition for the young track fans, okay? So what it compiles of is a generous, very, very generous gifting session from from 1 in 32 scale strictly figures who started the ball rolling, and then Magnetic Racing thought that is a great idea, we want in. So they put in some stuff too. Right, let's have a look at what they've got and then I'll show you it live time. Oh, incidentally, if you're wondering what the hell is going on here, what you're watching and what you're subjected to, it's me, Pete Brown, on Sunday slot car sessions every Sunday to the end of this year, and then possibly bi-weekly, but we don't know. I might forget about that next year. You can find us here Sunday mornings, I'd say very loosely to stop a backlash in the chat, very loosely, somewhere between 7:30 and 7:40 a.m. on a given Sunday. I think that's better if we put a little bit of a bracket window in for me to turn up. Anyway, enough about that chat, but just hit the like button if you're enjoying it. And if you want to see some more of this uncanny behavior, then do subscribe. Well done. I feel that you're leaving plenty of comments as we're going along, so that is perfect. Thank you very much. Let's see then what we got from these wonderful firms that are doing the business for the slot. Oh, hello. So it looks like something out of Police Raid. We've got the merchandise here on the counter. And you've got here on the top, the left hand, the top picture, if you like. This is how the merchandise arrived with me, okay? It was like 10, 15 bags of slot car happiness, or 4 figures. There's 4 opportunities to win. So I've split them all up, divided them equally, and put them in this bag. And it includes paintbrushes. It includes seated figures. It includes pet animals. So just to give you an idea here what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? Here they are. Look, full packs of figures with your paintbrushes. So now I've got 4 of them. Okay, 4 of them there. So we've got that. That's ready to go. And so then... Not only, so add this stuff, and then Mag Racing, particularly Ian, goes, oh, I want some of that. Give me some of that. So he did. And he's provided these. You've got your paintbrush holder, and you've got your Magnetic Racing billboard poster sign. So I'm going to show you those now. Let's have a check those out. Where are they? Okay, so I'll put that there a second. So here we go. So you've got, there you go, right there in the flesh, along with your Magnetic Racing holder. Anyone who's ever got a Magnetic Racing kit will know exactly what I'm doing right now. It smells fabulous. I love the smell of burnt wood. I love the smell of burnt wood in the morning. So we've got all of those, 4 each of those, to go with these, 4 of them for winning and Chewit shaming time. So I was expecting to get a whole box of Chewits from Ian, but no, it's Tara who's distributing the sugar. Tara. Oh, watch out, Ian. Tara's got you in her crosshairs. Right, so I'll just pop this away a second. I mean, Mag Racing, right? Mag Racing, they're so on the money because they even sent packaging to make it easy for me to send the stuff to the winners. And I like it because they use Kite packaging. We used to use this supplier in our business. They used to call us every month, and then we ended up starting using them. However, let's get back on point. So, how do you win this competition, I hear you asking? How do you win? I'll tell you how you win. All right, Dick, see you later, mate. Nice to have your company. Yes, it's not the last show of the year. Were you crazy? You've got tons of stuff to do before the end of the year. Right. Raymond's here. Excellent. What do you need to do? You need to do this. Get my face out of the way. So, how many cars, and this is for young track fans. If you're entering for a young track fan, then I'm going to need to see evidence that you have a young track fan before I send it out, because unfortunately there are some sharks in this hobby who'd probably want to bag all that stuff for themselves, because it is a good prize, but I'm going to be strict. How many slot cars did Scalextric release this year? Oh, now I see you young track fans go, what kind of question is that? So let me give you a clue. If you go back to the start of the Scalextric review video that just tells you it on the thumbnail, on the video cover. So I can't say any fairer than that, right? What I'd like you to do with your answers, because I'm going to run this for a week and I'm going to announce the winner next Sunday on the Sunday Slotcast sessions here, loosely at 7:30. And put your answers in the comments section, not the live chat section. So I'll do a couple of little reminders in the week just to say the competition is still open. Here's how you enter, what you've got to do, where you've got to enter your entry. And then when the announcement is going to come, the prize draw is going to be announced. It is going to be phenomenal, people. Absolutely phenomenal. We've got ourselves a slot car competition. Da, 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 da. Phenomenon. Da, 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 da. Phenomenon. All right. So how cool is that? A paintbrush holder, a billboard, and literally, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 figures to get on with painting over the school holidays while you're bored off your rocker waiting for the main event. That is Christmas Day, of course. Does anyone know what they're getting for Christmas, incidentally? Come on, smash me up in a comment. I know it's a bit of a pre-Christmas question. Should probably come up again next show or the show after. But, hey, let me know what you're thinking. What is on your Christmas list? Top 3, and we'll go at it on that one. So really, really grateful to both 1 in 32 scale Strictly Figures. Tara, thank you. You're an angel. And Ian, you are a bold angel, but we love you both. So... Oh, hello. Looks like we got ourselves some competition winners here, championship winners even. So what we've been loosely covering, like when they've been doing their events through the year, the Disca GT3 Championship and the UK normal GT3 Championship. So I just stumbled over this picture the other day on interweb. Got Gary Skip on the right and Steve White on the left, and they have won the Disca Digital GT3 Championship. Now, if I might have mixed up something, I apologize. If I got that wrong, I apologize. Anyone who knows Gary Skip knows exactly what I've just done there. I've covered myself off from any kind of comebacks because Gary is a detail assassin, and I like to be right when he's involved. But no, morning, Gary. Morning, Steve. Congratulations. What a run, because it's not an easy thing to win the digital segment of the hobby. This is where I would say this is your upper level for racing. This is where the geeks and the nerds, and the really cool geeks and nerds, I must admit, go to fulfill their absolute need for technical mayhem. The cars are superb. They're tuned into their lives. The team works on them. So someone will work on the lighting, someone will work on the spray job, someone will work on doing the tires, someone will work on getting it balanced, and it just all comes together like a roast dinner for the main event. So well done to those guys. Oh, sorry, I missed out the good-looking fella in the middle, Matt Tucker from Rockingham Slot Car Club. Great mentor, great friend, and one hell of a racer, I might add. He goes like stink off the proverbial. Lightning boy. In fact, all 3 of them are lightning boy. Never get in a team and compete against those 3 because, you know, it's just, you have to get something in the water supply if you want to win, technically. Sue says you are too. Okay, let's catch up with some of the comments because I think we've got to enjoy some of these. Young track fans in Australia can't watch anymore. What are you talking about? Tell me some more about that, please. Slot Track Racer says young track fans in Australia can't watch anymore. That sounds concerning. That sounds like the internet police are coming over, the fun police, as we call them here. That's what we nickname. No, I can't go. No politics, no religion, no innuendo. Sorry, back on point. Nearly slipped up on my own rules then. Where's just in case. Thank God Slot R is not in the chat today. You will not make me laugh, Root. Jason Galbraith, hang your head in shame. He's trying to get me to laugh. You're going to rot in hell, boy. Good morning, Jack. How are you doing, my friend? Midnight. Wow, you must be over stateside. Just down to the 1%. Right, let's see. Dick is out, so Mum's still here. Good morning. Good morning, SP. Trying to ask about your lighting. Have you got fancy stuff? Ooh, there's a question for Steve. I wonder how he answers. Smell that burnt wood. Oh, yeah, you know it. They're talking about smelling the magnetic racing kits. What age are we classing as young? 32. Yeah, indeed, Doug. Now, look downwards and look at your kids. They're the age. I have a child's brain, says Fox and Walls. Yes, and I am 5, says Mad Dad. Excellent. Well done. We could do, actually. We could do a sweepstake. How old is Mad Dad? Brilliant. I may be older, but I've refused to mature. A bit like a good wine. You don't want to let that mature. You just want to drink it before it gets the opportunity, right? Kids, don't forget to add the 2 cars Scalextric released last week. Yeah, nice. Volvo 850. No, Steve. He's talking about the GMA T50 and the Subaru Impreza. Oh, actually, talking about bridges. So here Does is giving Keith a ribbon on his Bridgerton behaviour. I think I saw something the other day that was perfect for Keith. And I can't remember where I saw it now. It was just genius. I nearly bought it. It's going to bug me now. Let's go. Got Scalextric GT40 and a Falkland livery coming. Oh, nice. That'll be a nice one to see. Morning, Paul. Paul's here. Hello, mate. There's a new Australian rules that stopped youngsters watching YouTube. What the hell is that about? What? I like the fun police have turned up in Australia now. I thought it was just Starmer's lot here. Can't let you say anything unless they agree with it. So Australia have stopped kids watching YouTube. Do Australia realise that half of the 210 million videos uploaded to YouTube per day come from young people, kids? I mean, talk about stifle any creativity, stifle any imagination, stifle any technical advancements, any ability to get ahead. Australia has just shot itself in the foot and is at the back of the queue when it comes to next generation's technical ability. Because unless kids are harnessing tech, harnessing the internet, harnessing AI, you are getting left behind. And that is exactly what the Gestapo in Australia have just... I'm so shocked. I am utterly shocked. No internet under 16. It's just going to turn into the 2026-25 version of cigarettes. You can make them expensive. You can make them a one-color box. You can put them behind closed doors in the shops. People will still get them. Same with the internet. And do you know what? The kids that get through and get the internet in Australia will be the multi-billionaires in the years to come. I totally believe that 100%. Now all the liberals are going to shoot me down. Shoot me down, I don't care. I'm a businessman and I'm telling you where the business will come from. It will come from AI, the internet, and all of that. It ain't going to come from holding hands and skipping in a circle singing Kumbaya like we're in the 1940s on hay bales. It ain't going to work anymore. We've got digital slot cars, for goodness sakes. So even when Scalextric go digital with digital interfacing, that's a good point. Will they be allowed to go on the internet for smart race? It's a kind of unbelievable. So yeah, they're going to get around this. Kids have got every faith in you. So what's the point in the show? What's the point in the channel? Like, seriously, I'm having a light bulb moment in here. I do this channel for Albert and Wilf, right? That's how it started. Well, it started with Albert because Wilf wasn't even born back then. And now it's for Albert, Wilf, and Raymond. But I'm having an epiphany. I'm having a literal light bulb moment where if that nonsense comes to the UK, which it probably will, because that is like this government's like utter, three-pointer on a basketball game, then our young track fans segment is dead. The whole ethos of getting kids into the hobby is now gone. We'll have to wait till they're 16. And let's face it, teenagers who get to the age of 16 have got a lot of life distractions to contend with. We've all been there, and they're very compelling distractions, I must admit. I can't tell you too much because my mum's in the chat, and Jason, Michelle, be quiet. So that is like literally going to knacker a lot of hobby growth. Right. Okay. Is Ripple, the social, I don't think it's social media. Do you know Ripple? It's the alternative to YouTube. Is that classed as social media? Ripple. Can someone let me know in the chat? Yeah, it does. We were like, literally, we thought, the fun police just resided here for the last 18 months. They can, but only on YouTube Kids. Okay. Do I appear on YouTube Kids? I have no idea because I don't really go on YouTube Kids. Okay, right. Okay, well, it's getting a little bit better. A few bad parents have ruined it for all the kids. Not right. See, yeah. So, kids have. I love this. We're convicts, remember. You are so old school, mate. I remember Prince Philip went to Australia back many years ago. And he got to, this is the late Prince Philip, the late Queen's husband. God, they're all gone. Anyway, the Queen's husband went to Australia on business, on duties, and he got to customs, and the customs officer said, yes, welcome to Australia, sir. Do you have a criminal record? And Prince Philip turned around and said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was still mandatory. That is just the kind of soft power. All right, yeah, okay, right, let's get on with it then. Daz has spoken. Anyway, I can't believe there's no slot cars in Australia. Right, okay. Anyway, congratulations, Gary. Right, what's the slot car that's top of your list for Christmas? Tell me in the chat. While you're doing that, telling me what's the top of your slot car Christmas list, we will have a little salivation over the new surprise double releases from Scalextric last week. They were great, weren't they? This is the Super Impress WRX 97 Thailand Rally, and wow. So instantly when I put this out there, a couple of people, bang, I've got to get that, got to have that. That is rocking, getting in my life. I think this is the nicest one they've done. The delivery suits what I'm into, and is a smoking hot car. I don't know. What do you think? Nice one, Paul. Do that. Yeah, see if she can find the show while we're chatting. Have a line, Caltex, very busy livery, very rally centric. Lots of overlapping colours in there. I think it's nice. I'm just seeing some of the old, hang on, Avant Slot, Marlboro Sierra, but they're sold out everywhere. Let me see if I can have a word with someone for you, Keith. Just remind me a bit later, Keith, about this. I might know someone who might have one somewhere that you can get your hands on. Fingers crossed, the Volvo 850, if you've been a good boy. I'll kiss that goodbye then, Daz. It would have been the 850, but everyone has got that. A BRM Camaro, a Volvo wagon would be nice too. Nice, Sprads. Nice. BRM Camaro, eh? Oof. Right. Let's see. So I think this is a tasty looking car, I tell you. You can grab that Pendle. Right. So we launched the video of... I'm freezing. I need a hoodie on here. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Oh, awesome. That's better. Absolutely freezing in the basement. Right, what we got? Right. Yes, the winter UK winter slot car market. So if you didn't check this out at all, or you didn't have the chance to go, you really must check out the video, because you get a little look around some of the stands, you get a little chat with some of the traders, some of the people that are from organizations like the National Scalextric Collectors Club, the NSCC. Let me just give you a little micro flash of that one. Boosh, these people. They're really good. They're really good. So I had a great chat with him. Do like that. What we got then? So Brad's, I want a Volvo white kit. It's got to paint it up to match the one I had back then. So brownie gold, full of holes, and the roading. It was a bit, yeah. See if you can spot yourself on the video. There were a couple of interviews that I didn't manage to get. We won't say what happened with those. Might involve a user and include an error. I'll let you work that out. But moving swiftly on. I think these are definitely well worth going. And there was one particular moment within the video where I absolutely got to demonstrate good value for slot market. So you can imagine, right? If you're looking around now for Christmas, you're thinking about buying a set, whether it's for a young track fan out there to get some track in their life, or whether you're just thinking of bagging a bargain for yourself while Black Friday, Cyber Monday, discounted December, and everything else that's designed to strip your money out your wallet. There's a section in there. I come across a Sierra. I can't remember the full name of the set, but it was the Sierras. And I remember doing Black Friday shopping, because I'm a sucker like that. I'm there at like 10 to midnight, panic buying everything that's left. I finished the shopping officially, and I started to think, oh, no, I'll just check out some slot car stuff. There was no Black Friday at Pendle, which is a bit disappointing, because I went straight there with money I'd left over, thinking I'll have a Black Friday section. I would get a load of stuff in for the new year. Didn't have it. So pop back to another store, big one online, begins with A, ends in Mazon, and I just sort of put slot cars in, and this set popped up, this Sierra set, and it was reduced, I think, from £140 to £100, and I thought, oh, that's a good deal. That is not a bad deal. And then when I was at the swap meet, the UK winter slot car market here, I saw a brand new full set, like off the shelf, £90. So that would have been a 50 quid saving. And we all know what 50 quid equals, don't we? New slot car. So we could have maximized the return on that. So going to a swap meet, a slot car market, a slot car festival is the best of all. You know, you're going to get deals. And importantly, you're going to get off your backside, out and about, smelling fresh air, moving around, bit of circulation. You know, I'm a big fan of that. and you're going to meet people who think like you. Slot car fanatics. Exactly. Yeah, well, look, see, Mark made it, Daz didn't make it. It's weird. It's odd. Well, you know, it was a brief video, as I called it. I won't get too technical, but what I find is where you're doing the same event in the same venue with a lot of the same people, and you do it twice a year, and it's the 4th year now that's been going on. So that's 8 videos of the same event, the same people, the same stands. It can get a little bit samey, to say the least. So every now and again, you've got to just slightly chop a few things up and out and this and that and juggle it about a bit. And you know what? Before you know it, boom, Mark makes the video. Daz didn't, but it's all good. Nor did we, Daz, says Andy. Well, it's okay. It's okay. Guess what? You're queuing yourselves up for an interview on the next one. And I have it on authority as well, because I saw Albert and Wilf earlier in the year. Come on. Earlier in the week. That on the Christmas special on the 28th, we might have a few co-hosts coming on board to share the show. So if you want to know who's going to be co-hosting the show, you best show up on the 28th. So do, if you've not seen it, go and check out the UK Winter Slot Car Market, set up by Julie and Roger and their helpers there. Fabulous show. Well done, guys. You pulled it off again. It was Ramo from the start, Ramo all morning. And some of the bargains you find are just spot on. No, we're not doing that. Right then, so... yes. We're doing a leaderboard challenge on Track Fans TV for 2025. So if you're not caught up with it or seen it or been notified about it or heard about it, you've got to check out the shorts feed on my channel. We've got a ton of, we've got a race coming, excuse me. We've got a leaderboard championship happening with Scalextric cars for the recent part of this year. Now, you might notice that the Fast and Furious Dom's Charger is slightly in the wrong position. It should be above the 320i BMW. So I preloaded up, I think it was something like, I don't know, 7 or 8 shorts or something like that. Or maybe a few more where I had it wrong. And I'd already uploaded and done all the back of house admin, so I ain't gonna do it again. But from, I think, today, it's in the right order and it continues to be so. So shorts feed, go there and you'll see like the image behind the leaderboard list there. It will look like that. It will show you a picture of the car so you can see the ones that you want to see racing on the STS track. And if you don't know what the STS track is, go back a couple of videos to one that says no space, no track, no problem. Now, you see, we've got the Camaro owning the track. Well, you've got to go, Doug. Doug, no! All right, mate. Catch you later. Doug is saying thanks to Andy and Ruben for helping out at the show. So just at the moment, if you are attuned of the leaderboard championship that we're running, the Camaro, Castrol Camaro, is sitting high and pretty. So this little puppy here is absolutely smashing the top of the leaderboard. Not smashing it, it's owning it by like literally, let me just double check. By tenths. Is that 0.10th or point hundredth? I think. I can never remember how it works out anyway. Brads, I love this. Your table track inspired me. We're working on a coffee table track now. Exactly. Because what you can do is you can blue tack the remote control to the top of the car and then drive it round to the missus. She takes it off, changes the channel, puts it back on and sends it back round to you. You take it off and adjust it to however loud you need it for your hearing aid. Did you hear me, Brad? Okay. Let's see what else have we got then. So there you go. The police Volvo 850C is in second place. Could you believe that? The police Volvo in second place. And the next police car we got is right down below mid-table. And bringing up the rear at the bottom is the BMW 320i Jägermeister livery. I'm surprised. As to his dad's haul, I am surprised because I thought, as Dad says here, as Dad says the other day, I thought that would have done better. Now, what I'm kind of thinking is if you look at some of these here that are a lower grade, so the BMW 320i, back, 320i, and the Fina, the GoldenEye one, and the 320i Jägermeister one, both technically the same car, different livery, but different performance. Now, why I think these are in the bottom is because they were the first cars to be raced on the track. Whereas I think, say, the Castrol or the Volvo, definitely the police Volvo 850, because that was one of the last cars I did raced on the track. And it's right up there. So whether maybe I've got hang of the track, whether the track has been worn in, the dust has gone, the rubber's in, I'm used to it. I don't know. But I expected more from the BMW 320s. Maybe we do a little quick draw race in another area on another track and see if they come out any better. I don't know. Now listen, what Daz is saying, if you want to watch Pete D-Slot or fall off the table, exactly, mate. Well, this is what it's all about. It's just have some fun with those cars. Don't be so precious about it. Could you imagine us having fun with Rob Sale's GT40 collection? I swear he would just be beside himself with us lot. Maybe we could ask him for a loan if we could borrow some of them. He'd lend us his GT40s, wouldn't he? All right, let's go. So, yeah, thank you very much for all of those people that have been watching this, liking, sharing and commenting on it. Really makes a difference. I appreciate it. But no, in the words of Nico, slot car dude, oida. No, not that. More. There's always more to come, as he would say. Wheeler dealers in town. Good morning, Steve-O. He couldn't resist himself talking about the Volvo 850. It is doing its rounds at the moment. One thing I noted that I thought was quite interesting is I think that this is the police car version because it's got the cone in the back. Look, the cone is there. And if you have a look at... Yeah, see, we've got the 850 here. And in the back, you can just about see the cones. So if I put the Wheeler Dealers picture back up, there you have it. Cones. Cones. Awesome. Such a nice car, right? Such a nice... I never thought I'd say these words about a Volvo, but it's got me. It's got me. Track in the bath. A floating track would be great. Okay. There's a challenge. Is that like suspended from the ceiling, Paul, when you say a floating track? But this Now, this is right up my cup of tea. This is my cup of tea. Look at this old car. What car is this, just out of interest? Can someone let me know in the comments? Because I don't think it's a BMW M3. Like it says on the box there that it's sitting on. If anyone knows what this is, let me know. This would be great. What's this, Steve? I've got a picture for you later, but off to work, everyone. Take care. Have a good day, Steve. Check out Steve's advent calendar releases. They are good. So thank you, mate. Chevy 57 Bel Air. I like this car. And John, 57 Chevrolet Impala. And Andy, 57 Chevy. Des. Oh, morning, Des. You all right? 57 Chevy. Mad Dad, 57 Chevy Bel Air. This seems like a popular little car. And that was good going. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that feedback. I like the look of the other cars in the background as well. But more to the point, if you want to see Steve's wheels pop a car out, this is what he does. He puts out these pictures on the internet, online. Unfortunately, the young folk in Australia can now not see this because he's on social media with these pictures. That is such a travesty. One second. Right, there you go. That is a nice bit of kit. That's a nice bit of kit. That's a nice bit of kit. Oh, track focus time. Track focus time already. Wow, we're making great time. We're going to need the time for track focus today because it is exceptional. But before we get weighed into that, let me see if there's anything that anyone here wants to say. I think since we've just heard from the Wheeler dealer, we should maybe have a little look at what he's got to offer. Staff Slot Cars, take it away. Roll the clip. Nice. Well done, Steve. Thank you very much. I tell you, he does some great wheels, that guy. Absolutely sterling wheels. So track focus will be in about 5 minutes, 20 minutes to track focus. That's right. That's it. Oh, did I mention I got to go and answer the front door? Don't panic. It's coming now. It's coming, everyone. There you go. Oh, no, it's not even there. There it is. Track focus. Right, let's have it. This looks like quite a good image, actually. You got some F1. Looks like some G. Oh, no, it's F1. Yeah, that's the pace car. They are getting ready to rumble. Don't think that's F1, actually. That's something else. I have no idea what that is, but those cars look cool. Okay, let's ruin Anders' sweepstake and get track focus on now. Right, shot of the week going to John Shawman. Now, this, I really like this. I'll show you his track in a second because it's a nice lead in. He has a great little track, or a great big track, I should say. Thank you very much. Well done. So 3A 3D has old Chevy and other body kits. Slot Car Corner sells them too. Thanks, Brad. 3A 3D. I've not heard of that before. Let me write that down here. 3A 3D. Just scroll it down on a bit of paper because, you know, the old memory is not what it used to be. Right then, so I really like this shot that he did here, because what it shows you is there's actually 4 lit mobile gantries, and it gives you a real like sense of length, like it feels longer than it actually is because of the way the mobile lights drop down and extend that viewpoint. If I show you their track, it will make sense. So you can see them there. You can see them in either picture. Yeah, I think that's right. Yes, so you can see them there in either picture. Now, it's a minimal scenery track, as you can tell. So he's obviously got his gantries in place, and that's pretty much it. But the one thing that worries me a lot about this track is the distinct lack of barriers and borders. This track for me is an absolute nightmare. I would have the car off the table pretty much 3 times per lap on this track. And you might say, yeah, you could slow down, Pete, and, you know, you could play the game. But quite frankly, I just never do. I just keep racing the slot cars like I stole them. And there you have it. So let us know what you think about this track. Quite interesting how they've got racing line on the track. So if you look on the left-hand image and closest corner to us, you can see there that he's got the lane change options to do. And it follows from the outside to the inside, to the outside, to the inside, to the outside, to the inside. It follows a racing line. And yeah, it looks good. I'll definitely have a go on it. Whether I'd be allowed to have another go on it is anyone's guess. See, even Daz knows I'd end up on the floor. I would absolutely end up on the floor. What's this here? Indianapolis of recent years with the prominent windshield and some enclosures of the wheels. Oh, I see. Okay, sound. Right. That was to do with this picture here. Right. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate that, mate. So, oh. Could be the long shot photograph not making the barriers clear. No, there was another picture. There was a video of this, John, of the ghost cars running around it. And there is definitely no barriers. So possibly, if you would like, next week I could possibly go back and find this and do the video version of this on Track Focus. So I've got a mixed bag of static images and videos. So some people like some people like the other format. So try and please, you know, just do different things on it. It will be a great track with borders and scenery. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is still cracking me up. 20 minutes to Track Focus. Okay, Robbie Williams. There you go, Robbie from the Valleys. This is if you know Archie, Teddy, and Maskin, the young track fans, who I meant to call out from Wales, from the Valleys. This is their uncle, Robbie. So Robbie sent me a picture in the week. He goes, "Look, I've got my bass sorted out." So he's I don't know if it's his brother or his brother-in-law or his something like that. He's a carpenter, he's a chippy, so he works and makes tables. So he's gone round there and absolutely sorted out Robbie's slot car track surface. He's got a place to set up, as you can see him starting to map it out with the Scalextric track. Scalextric is his track of choice, fair play, and he is going at it. I did get a little update yesterday, I think, with a first idea track. But I thought, no, I'll leave this one in here for now, because the whole idea of Track Focus is to bring you tracks at different stages of development, different parts of the world, at different levels of, not ambition, but skill, maybe. So this is right at the rock bottom, and it looks like he's got a nice space here to do something good. What you're going to need is a litter picker grabber, Robbie, so that when the car is at the back end by the window where the curtains are, and it comes off because you've driven up there at 500 miles an hour in slot speed and stacked it inevitably, welcome to my world, you can just reach over with the litter picker grabber, pick it up and bring it back or put it on the track there. It depends on how your skills are. Nice track, nice table. This is going to be a nice track. Definitely going to be following your development, mate. Definitely going to be following you and seeing how this progresses. Very keen to see that. So Robbie Williams, he is a member of the channel. So he is a member of the Track Fans members group. And if you're not sure about what that is, go over to YouTube. There's a little video about it. You can find that there somewhere. But what we do, we get together every week on a Wednesday. We open the door to the youth club and we come in and we have good, unrestricted banter because it's a membership. So to my knowledge, young track fans aren't in there. So we can have a little bit more of a wider conversation about stuff whilst we're getting on with bits and bobs. Really good. And also, as I've mentioned before, we are doing I'm taking money out of the memberships and putting it into the Young Track Fans Slot Car Festival Fund. So we'll come more about that another time. But money from that is going directly into redeveloping the hobby and you know, encouraging the youth to get into it. So gutted about the Australian youth. I wonder if they can get around that with a VPN. Right, okay, stop kicking off. We're back on track. Yeah. Oh, do you mean the storage idea that my head's blocking out up here in the top right-hand corner, Andy? Got those kind of see-through boxes hanging off the wall. Looking good. Right then, so we got our first VT. Antofagasta, wooden slot circuits, 3 lanes. I quite like this one. Right. Here we go. What a nice track. So he's got it set up 4 lanes, 3 lanes, sorry. And kicking it out, it's a bit drifty, a bit slidey, as you'll see in a minute. When he gets into that far lane change, kind of kicks it out a bit. There, kicks it out there, kicks it out there. And it's good. I think we go again. We'll have another little look at that and let me know what you think of this one here by Antofagasta. My accent's probably butchered his name, but hey, who cares? What else would Australian youth? I like it. I like the flow of this track. Very good. I think if we just get a long shot on this, hold on. Yeah, there. So nice to see it come back on itself. This is interesting because on that long straight, I only just noticed this by pausing it. If you see that long straight there on the far end, it's actually got an elevated section in the middle of it. I'm not sure I would put that humpback right in the middle of it because, stay tuned, there's another track coming up in a little while that shows an example of a mega humpback and what happens. So nice. Let's have a quick look at it again as before we move on. So this is the Antofagasta wooden circuit, proper good. It's got a little GT3 car going around there. And the other thing is, check out that Lane changer. Look at that for a beast. You got no choice. You're going into the inside lane on that. Not bad at all. Kick out. In, and back to the start. Right, let's get rid of that one. Who's next? I have no idea. Let's see. So that was not bad. Bet airborne. Yeah. Okay. So a little. This is the Blythe Hill Car Club. Maybe Slot Car Club, Pete. Come on. Attention to detail. So it's the Blythe Hill Slot Car Club is what this is. Nice to see Alan there in the sort of centre. He's leaning against the counter. He's got his left arm leaning, right hand in his pocket, sort of looking towards the left there. He is from the Gas Monkeys racing team and a great guy with it. And then you've got a very own member here on the left, black jacket, walking towards Alan, second in from the left, Lewis Mumby. He is new to slot car racing. And when you say he's got the bug, he's got the bug. It's like mega bug. It's like super bug. He's got absolute genius with it as well. So well done to you, Lewis, for going out for race. These guys, including Alan, are mega fast. So this is a nice little track. I've not seen this track before. It's a 4-laner, wood routed by the look of it. Minimal scenery, but it's tucked away somewhere in near Luton. It is Lou. It is Lou. Sighting, Daz. So I don't know. What do you go slot car racing? And how many lanes does your slot car club track have? So at Rockingham, they've got 4 lanes, which I think is a nice number. This makes me laugh here. What else would Australian youth be accessing with a VPN? Probably the same stuff they're accessing now to get around parental controls or regional restrictions. So, for instance, this cracks me up, right? Absolutely cracks me up. The video I did, yeah, you know the STS track, the small track I did on the kitchen table, that video is actually blocked. I've got blockage restrictions. It's blocked. People in Belarus and Russia don't have access to that video. So there you go. That's what the Russians will be using a VPN for, to get onto the show, to watch that video. So that's what the youth of Australia are going to do. They're going to be using it to get onto Track Fans TV is what they're using the VPN for. And if anyone doesn't know what VPN is and wants some help with that, just message me afterwards and I'll get you through it. Right. Usually up to 8 lanes, says Paul, for a slot car track. Nice. So this looks like a tidy little track. And you know, the nice thing is, I think they were racing on a Saturday daytime as opposed to a Friday night or a Thursday night or a Tuesday night. It was a weekend session. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So I'd like to maybe go down there and check that out. Okay, I talked about humpback bridges. So making a debut tonight, Derby HO Racing Club. And they're prolific on social medias. You can go over and check them out everywhere. They have got a mega humpback bridge. And you're just going to absolutely love this. So I'll just pause it for a second while we get set up. And then we'll go at it. Check the middle of the bridge. Humpback bridge. Boosh. And we're getting airborne. Airborne! Oh, don't be slack. See, I wonder if Jason and Michelle are still watching. They are in Derby. Or are they off eating cheese toasties? I have no idea. I just thought this was major fun. This was a great idea for a slot car club. I do like Derby HO Racing Club. I've seen them on social media. I haven't actually been there or met them or anything like that. They do the Viper Racing there. You might know or seen that. There's always one. There's always one, and Anders is both of them. Oh dear. So, what do you think? Do we like the Humpback Bridge? Derby, ho, 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 ho. That is genius. Come on. Anyone would think it's Christmas. I must put some decorations up here at some point. Now that the Christmas decorations are done up here in the house, I've got access to what's left. Brilliant. So I like that. I like that. That would be head office. Correct. And we go to Derby Head Office Racing Club. So if you're in Derby, do you go to this? Let me know what you think. Are they open for more for people to come down? What do you need to go to Derby HO Club is the question. Do you need a car? Do you need a controller? Do you need some race fees? Is it a fiver? Is it £7? What is it? £4? It is Derby. Could be £2.50. Now, let's have a quick question here. Was the 3-lane track with that 3-lane crossover a routed track? 3-lane plastic track rare. Only remember Scalextric 1 in 24th from the 60s being 3-lane pieces. Interesting, yeah. Yes, it was a routed track. I believe it was... I'm going to get this the wrong way around. So if you know the people or the people know me, I apologize. Slot scenics and tracks, or slot tracks and scenics, one or the other. But they're very good. They do wood routed tracks. I think they're over the pond. They do the wood routed tracks, and they do some really good ones as well. I've seen. I might put a few more of their stuff up. Limited spaces for digital. What are we looking at? This one. Okay, limited spaces for digital at the Derby HO Slot Car Club. They have Smart Race. Oh, that's okay. I use Smart Race here. I'm familiar with it. Excellent. Excelente. Oh, that's why. So we had the Derby HO Racing Club. I like the Humpback Bridge. Really cool. Now, he is a regular to the show, Sven Hoffman. I've shown his sections of his track before on Track Focus for the detail, the shots of the week and stuff. And then to my utter delight the other day, I saw on the social media, he's actually got a video of his car flying around this track, absolutely hanking it around the track. But this was the first opportunity I got to saw a car running on the track, and how fast he runs that car. He literally is not hanging around to drive that car to an inch of his life. But the overall feeling of the track is just world class. I really like this track because it's quite minimal. It really is quite minimal. There's very minimal scenery buildings on it. It's more done by billboards, signage, barriers, lampposts, trees. It really looks like the kind of you know, when you go out into the track, you got all the greenery and stuff where there's obviously no spectators there. It's like that, and the detail on it when you get close-up segments, as I've covered before, it's just remarkable. I really, Sven is like, this is right up there on my kind of I love tracks. And you got bridges. I don't know if Keithy boy's still watching, but you know, this is the masterclass in bridges and transitions. Really good work, Sven. Thank you ever so much for posting again so I could nick it and share it on the show. But yeah, and them trees there as well. I mean, this is the sort of stuff that DG Raceway Dick comes up with. Phenomenal. I like that. I think I'm going to have a little focus on some like how we're doing the billboards, the race, the barriers, that all works. I need to look at that. Derby track does not look like the usual AFX, says John. Looks like Carrera 1 in 42 scale with those wide pickup rails and centre lane road marking. Yeah. That's right, John. So the Derby HO, they do a couple of scales. They do HO, obviously, it includes in the title, but they also do 1 in 32 scale racing on the Carrera track, which is interesting because it's not quick to set up that stuff. But they like it. So we'll see if we can pop in there next year. I want to do a bit more traveling next year. Now we've got wheels, we've got the time. We can get out there a bit more. Right, Ryan Hicks. Let's do this, Ryan. We've got your video coming up next. All right. Here we go. Wow, he's done the whole LED light thing as well. So you've got a couple of cars going around, the ghost cars, I think he's running them. Scalextric track, which is nice to see, of course. And he's got obviously the track monitors. Track monitors, nice. So he's got that, so you can see the cars coming down the long straight. That's quite a nice touch, actually, to widen up the track and give it a little bit more depth, is to have the cameras posting to screens around the track, which, yeah, it invites you in. I love the little underhangs he's got going on there. You know, I'm big on my cantilever overhangs, but this is, it encases and encloses the track and makes it a little bit more interesting, let's say. It has rumblings, this track layout, of my small track syndrome that I did the other week. It really does look similar. It's slightly different. It's not got the right proportions to be the same, but the concept is quite similar. And I like the fact that in the base, excuse me, in the bottom part of this, let me see if I can pause it here. Yeah, here. He's not going for a straight line and oval. He's got the crossover here. You see in the center of the screen where the grid markings are. So he's coming down the screen, round, and then into the straight. He's not just going up, doing a U-turn or a straight 90-degree, 45 angle, whatever it is, 2 R2s in a row. Boosh there. Yeah, that works for me. And I'm back. 3 cup of coffees. What have you missed? Oh, I'll play this for you then, Daz. So we've got, Daz, Ryan Hicks's track, and he's got the neon going on. Nicely done. I think this is going to be the way forward, isn't it? Pimping up the track with neons and stuff. I like those little those things that Rahul got for his Halloween track that time. They're like little LEDs, standalone ones that you can just like turn on and scatter around. They were really cool. Nice track. Nice track. We'll come away from Ryan now and turn that out. So yeah, enjoyed that. Cheers, Ryan. If anyone knows Ryan, let him know that we got him on the show and it was awesome. So this is a nice track. Now, this is a nice track coming in. Get it queued up. And there it is. Getting good at getting off the screen before it. Right then. Let's do it. Here's Henera's track. It's wood routed. They're breaking it in. This is the maiden voyage. Look at the size of this puppy. Oosh, how cool is that? And yes, Mum, you're not keeping me up. I had a late night and I overslept, so I'm on the back foot, but it's okay. Just a couple of comments from the last video there. He is doing a pit lane on that shelf now. He has some cool plans for it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Wow, 6 lanes on this one, says Daz. And Slot Car 2021 is talking about getting some LEDs for his track, mainly to go around his Tara's Donuts building, which is an evolution of Randy's Donuts, if you saw the film Iron Man. There we go. Right, let's check out. These guys are on fire. I like this. You might be forgiven for thinking if there's lots of space on the track, it'll give you more room for more speed. No. It doesn't work like that. It just works for your driving capability. See, I can roll it as good as the next guy on this. Absolutely. What we got here, nice track. Getter opened up. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the maiden voyage. They are testing it. And I think this is going to be one to watch for the future. They'll do a lot of events on this track for sure. And that's a hell of a bridge right there that they're all coming over now. Are they some Group C cars? I think they might be. Either Group C or Prototype does. See if we can catch them as they come over the bridge again. Yeah, I reckon. I reckon they're prototypes. I think they're prototypes, mate. All right. Let's get on with it. I like that. I think... I don't know what the best track so far is. I think this one for me, maybe. Okay, so what would have been your favourite track? Obviously not Mount Stromlo, because this is a great feature. Who is taking on Mount Stromlo, everyone? We saw last week Stromlo was being taken on. What was it, an Escort? I can't even remember. What a week. What a difference a week in slot cars makes. That would be a nice holiday to Spain. Definitely. LMP. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, LMP prototype. Yeah. Great 6-lane track. Hope it's easy to marshal. The best so far. Cheers, John. Well, you can't disclude Stromlo. I think this is going to be a regular favourite because the guys at Stromlo know exactly what they're doing. I totally love this. Here we go. I do like a bit of Stromlo. You've got to have it in your life. It is the Scenics and Slot Tracks. There you go. Who was asking about the 3-lane changer earlier? John. Yeah, John. So there you go. That is Stromlo bringing it to the stage. I like that one. Very, very fun uphill hill climb. So we'll get rid of that. I just got to queue up a couple of things for the next. There's one. So there you go. So a bit of housekeeping in the background. Asking about the 3-lane. Yes, that's right. Yes. So the people that I've just put, the people who do Stromlo, I think built that track. So there you have it. Right. Moving on. So think Scalextric events and track builders. Just talking about like bits and bobs now where you can go. Now, interestingly, I'm going to introduce in a moment or two, so stay tuned. If you are actually still tuned in at this stage, thank you very much. Do smash the like button, subscribe and share and comment and do all those funky things that you should do on YouTube. If you're over 16 in Australia, that is, or anywhere else in the world, crack on. Thank you very much. Right. On to Think Scalextric events and track builders. Great guys. If you want to have a Scalextric at your event or buy a track for your place, then do talk to these guys because they do put on a good show. What we'll do is we'll give you an insight of what they can do in a moment. But another scenery provider, Racing Room Extras, we touched on this in the video in this week. So if you want to see some more equipment or more stuff that these guys do, check out the UK Winter Slot Car Market video from this week, Thursday to be precise, because in there, it takes you on a whole tour around Tom's stand so you can see all the sorts of different things that he does. Brilliant stuff. We've got that. We've got the mag fans. So what I'm showing this week is the corner shop. So the corner shop with a little bit of liaising with Ian and Doug. You could possibly, I don't know if it's chargeable or if it's a favour kind of rate, but they can change the wording on the corner shop. So if you wanted a next store, a Track Fans TV store, as you can see here, you can do that. Now, let me just share with you this Track Fans building, okay? This is going to blow you away. Here it is in all its glory. Now, what you don't know, what you don't see until I put the lights on, is upstairs is actually more things happening. There's people in there buying merchandise. Okay. So I'm desperately trying to hold it with two hands. Now, you might see that it's got an empty bottom. That is because here it is. Here's the base unit. Okay, so this diorama has been painted up and positioned and built by Tara. Now I'm going to put it down now because I can't trust myself. This is up for grabs. Okay. So not now, so don't start shooting numbers in the comments. But if you want this building, the whole lot of it, from January till May, we are running a raffle competition. Okay, so got the book here, and the money we raise from it is going to the Poppy Appeal and children's charities. There you go. And that is Tara's motivation and initiative. She's got the track fans building here. I am not. I'm putting it down. I took a risk getting it out of its packaging to share and show you. And yeah, I think I've done well. So if you want that from January, stay tuned, get you involved. But anyway, the point being was that you can have the corner shop if you want. It is what good Eagle Eye there does. I'm going to risk it again and show you this. So you've got there behind the till, you got Pat, because he can be trusted with the money. I can't. Slot cars to be had. Well done. Well spotted, mate. Well spotted. And a little confirmation from Tara as well, because Pete was late to open up. That sounds about right. I don't know what you're talking about. Go away. Anyway, let's go for a little commercial break. Okay. Still gone Pete song. There you go. Right, got you back. Got you back now. That was cool. So that's Mag Racing's. That's what they can do. They can also build your tracks. So you can check that out. So I like this. Track fans merch store, literal merch store is available via raffle. Prize is going to be pulled out of the hat at the UK Winter Slot Car Festival by Tara, the author, the artist, and the creator of such a magnificent piece of kit. This, I've got to say, this is worth hundreds of pounds. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's 4 figures in there already that have been painted. So, you know, you're already at a bullseye. Yeah, what a prize. What a prize to win in the raffle. Thank you very much, Tara, for enabling that. That is I cannot wait to see who wins this. The proviso obviously is if you enter, you're covering the postage, because this is going to take a biblical amount of logistics to wrap up, to not break in the traveling. I can do that. I can deliver you an egg to the other side of the world and it will turn up unbroken. We have done this. We have challenged ourselves with this before, sending eggs and see if we can get it there in one piece. Okay. So if we were to look, there you go. You can see it on a bit of a wider expanse now. You've got the pub and you've got the merch store. This is how good it will look on your track. So this is this week's diorama from Tara. And when we talk about figures, you know what's coming. We can get a little bit more going on. You can have 2. I've just had a striking thought there. Might have to redo that because on the final slide it says, find us on social media. Well, not if you're in Australia. Genius. Right, we'll get rid of that. Thank you, Tara, for your efforts and giving us this to sort out. I like this here. You say that if they're at the UK Slot Festival, they can take it home. Awesome. If they're there towards the end of the second day, because we want to fleece as much raffle sales as we can on Saturday and Sunday so that we can give the Poppy Appeal and other charities a real good leg up. So, yeah, they can take it away if they are there towards the end of the Sunday, which is a big ask. But, yeah, I like it. It's good work. It's going to be absolute top addition to someone's track out there. Slotcar magazine.co.uk, best magazine in the world for slot cars, all things slot cars. And I am not even, let me see. I like it. It's now part of the set. Right, might have to not raffle this actually. Good news, guys. Good news. Right. So, as you see, we come up to the end of the show, but there's a couple of bits to just round off before we get off, and that is the shorts. So the shorts are done. The shorts are ready. They are on fire. They're coming out daily for the foreseeable future. That is going to be good. I've got a couple of other videos planned. So work-wise, working next week, worse luck. And then I think we're working for 2 days the following week. I don't know if my boss Gary's watching this, maybe can let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's and then we've got pretty much 2 weeks off. So we'll have lots of stuff to do and present then. It's going to be a good session this Christmas. I've got a good feeling. Got plenty to get on with. So stay tuned for impromptu stuff happening all the time. Also, stay tuned for other content creators across the hobby. You've got the Friday night live show, the Slot Heads with Oida, Nico and Anders. You've got the Saturday tunes with the three amigos, Rahul, Pete and Joe. You've got the Tuesday night chat show with Marty Ford. You've got it all going on. And then there's the plethora of other Advent videos coming out. You got Slotar doing his annual coffee and a chats with Munden Coffee Company as the mainstay sponsor. Great firm. I definitely recommend you try out some of the Munden coffees. I had some when I popped round there for a brew a few weeks ago. That was quite cool. 3 Rooms, Mal. He is doing his yearly advent calendar. And you've got a new kid on the block, Steve SPB Slots, who's not seeing this because he's gone to work. Unlucky. But then that's what you get when you're a bingo caller. You have to work when everyone else isn't. But he has a great time. You know, he's been doing that for decades now. He's the man. 88, 68, 37, 99. And all of that. He loves it. He's the right guy for that, I tell you. Daz says he's only having Boxing Day and Christmas Eve off. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, then back to work, and have New Year's Day off, then back to work. What day is New Year's Day? Thursday. Okay. Oh, my birthday's on a Friday then this week. I said too much. We could do a birthday stream. I'll still be off work by then. Yep. What's this Jewish community? All communities are welcome here, mate. The slot car community is a wide, broad church of people from all walks of life and all interests and all beliefs and all everythings. But the one thing is, the power of the slot car just brings it together. There's people here that if it weren't for slot cars, I just would not talk to, have time for, would be friends with. Just total different outlooks in life. But we're really good friends because of the slot car action. So it is true that this could be the ticket to world peace. Slot cars. Just take them the front line, have a few laps, everything's better. Right, on that note, hey, what? Rob Crossland's here. Good morning, Rob. How you doing? What's this here? Is there a commercial slot car track in Salem, or do I just come by your house? Yeah, there you go. There was another one, actually, a comment I saw before. Hello, Enes. Hi from Turkey. There you go. And this worries the hell out of me. Daz Hall, I found a section where I can save comments and come back to them later. Genius. I've only been doing this a couple of years and I've just found this. Bring on 2026. I feel lucky. Well, anyone who knows Daz will know Daz is the luckiest guy on the planet. We actually put in a rule on Wired on Wednesdays, members stream, that that if you won the last car, you can't win the next car because Daz kind of like wins them all in a row. It's uncanny. Fair play to you though, mate. Pick us some lottery numbers and get them over to me so that I can win the Euro lotteries and forget about working malarkey and get onto slot cars. Right. On that note, track fans, I'm going to say goodbye now to you all. Thank you ever so much for joining me on this week's Sunday slot car sessions. Hit the like on the way out. Subscribe, like, comment, share, do all that business. And have a good Sunday ahead wherever you are in the world or whatever time you are watching this. So all together now, you know what's coming. This is the bit that Albert and Wolf absolutely adore. We get to scream at the top of our lungs. We'll see you next time. Track fans!